Good morning, student. Today in this video we are going to understand meter bridge. So what is the meter bridge? This is an electrical device which is used to find the unknown resistance. This is an unknown resistance. We have also studied a similar electrical device which is used to find the unknown resistance, that is the Wheatstone bridge. This is the Wheatstone bridge which we have studied earlier. Okay. Now what is in this meter bridge? Here we have this is one copper strip, L-shaped copper strip. This is copper strip and this is the L-shaped copper strip. These are the thick copper strips. These must be thick, that I will explain later on. And here this is a gap. This is a gap. In this gap we put a resistance R. This is a known resistance. And these are gap. This is we put a unknown resistance. Here the circuit is drawn right over here. Same circuit is right over here. And this is a wire of this meter bridge, and this wire is of uniform cross section and same material. Its material is magnet, means it is a standard resistance. Its resistance should not change. The wire is of uniform cross section and same material throughout the length. Now this there is a battery connected over across these 2 points O and A, and this is the scale which is stick along the wire, length of the wire. This is the scale by which we can measure the balancing length of this wire. Now here these copper strips are only used to as a wire. Their resistance should be very small. Here this is a wire, now you compare it with this one. Okay, here O to C, this is the resistance O to C. These act as a connecting wire. Their resistance should be small, otherwise their resistance will be added up with this resistance. So they must be thick. These copper strips must be thick. If they will be thick, then a resistance R equal to rho L by A. This is the resistance of a conductor. So greater the area of cross section, lesser will be the resistance. So their cross section area means thick. They must be thick. So if they will be thick, their cross section area will be large and their resistance will be small. Now we have this is unknown. This is the right gap. Here we put the unknown resistance. So here you see in this circuit C to A, from C to A. This is another resistance. This is the unknown resistance. This is unknown. This is unknown resistance. This is the unknown resistance. Okay. Now here we have one connection from C to J. From C to J, this is the galvanometer connected right over from C to J, and this galvanometer is connected to the connecting wire, and at the end of the connecting wire there is a device that is called jockey. Jockey is a device which gives the soft connection to this wire over this wire of meter bridge. Okay, and now we can touch it we slide it over this wire, and there is a point on this wire when galvanometer give no deflection. Okay, then from suppose at this point it does not give any deflection, so O to J will be act as a P, and J to A will act as a Q. It could be possible that J could be here. So if J will be here, then this will be L, and this will be P, and this part of the wire of meter bridge act as a P, and this part of the meter bridge wire act as a Q. So this is all over. This is the similar like this circuit. Now this is the cell. Okay, now how you compare this meter with this Wheatstone bridge? It is also used to find the unknown resistance. It is also used to find the unknown resistance. Okay, what we have in the Wheatstone bridge, P and Q are fixed resistance, and this R is variable, or this is unknown resistance. So what we do, we put the P and Q fixed resistance and we change the value of R. This is a variable resistance in case of Wheatstone bridge. So there will be a value of R when no current pass through galvanometer. So when no current pass through galvanometer, then there is a condition which we have already proved. P upon Q is equal to R upon S. So P is known, Q is known. We have put the fixed resistance in these 2 points, and R is the variable resistance. So we have also note down at which value this R, at which value of R no current pass through galvanometer, and at this point when no current pass through the galvanometer, this condition P upon Q is equal to R upon S is proved. Okay, so we put the P here, Q here, R here, and then we can get the S. But as I have told you, this circuit and these two circuits are same. I explained it earlier. From O to C, this is R. From C to A, from C to A, this is S. From this O, you look at this point is O to J, this is P, and from J to A, it is Q, it acts as a Q. Okay, and galvanometer C to J. C to J, this is galvanometer, and here it is battery from O to A. It is battery, right? This is positive, this is negative. Now the difference is here. Here R is fixed, and here the resistance which we use the resistance box. We put any resistance here. S is unknown resistance. It is a wire whose resistance is to be found. It is to be found. This is the unknown resistance. Okay. Now what we do? We slide this jockey over this wire, and there is a point when no current will pass through galvanometer. So from O to J will act as a P, and from J to A act as a Q. So this resistance of this part of wire will be act as a P, and resistance of this part act as a Q, right? Then we will do P upon Q is equal to R upon S. But the point is that what will be the resistance of this part of the wire? It is given by the principle of meter bridge. Okay, how to get the resistance of this part of wire and this part of wire, which I am going to. So I have compared these two. Okay, now let us go to the principle of meter bridge. Again, I have explained its working, and these all things are taken over a wooden board, right? This is all are stick over a wooden board. Now here, what is the principle? If wire of meter is of uniform cross section, ये जो wire है, it is of uniform cross section, कहीं से मोटा पतला नहीं होना चाहिए. And if the wire of this all is written here, if the wire of meter is of uniform cross section and same material throughout the wire, then resistance of any section, then resistance of any section of the wire is directly proportional to length of that wire. Then resistance of any section, resistance of this section O to J of this wire, directly proportional to length of that wire. And this is the principle. And we also write one more line in the principle. Meter bridge used principle of balance condition of Wheatstone bridge to find the unknown resistance, which we use the meter bridge. So if somebody asks you what is the principle of meter bridge, most of the student only write one line, it based on the Wheatstone bridge. No, you also have to write this one. If the wire of meter is of uniform cross section and same material throughout the length, then resistance of any section of that wire is directly proportional to length of that section. Then resistance of any section of this wire directly proportional to length of that section. And then you write one line, it uses balance condition of Wheatstone bridge to find the unknown resistance. Now here we know that resistance of L length of the meter bridge wire is given by, suppose its length is L. Its length is L. Then what will be the resistance of the wire? R equal to rho L by A. Here rho, this formula, we know this formula. What is this formula? This is given by Ohm. R equal to rho L by A. L, resistivity of the wire. A, area of cross section. L is the length of the wire. Rho, resistivity of a wire, is the material electrical property of the wire. It is constant for the wire. It does not depend upon the length or area of cross section, anything. It is just the depend upon the internal property. We cannot change the resistivity of a wire by changing the length of the wire or area of cross section of the wire. We can only change the resistivity by changing the temperature of the wire. Otherwise, resistivity always constant for a wire. If you have a copper wire of length of 10 cm or 20 cm or any cross section, the resistivity of all these wire will be same, right? So here R equal to rho L by A. Now here rho by A, it is constant as I have stated in the wire. If the wire of meter bridge of same cross section, means A is same and same material, rho is same. So rho by A is constant. So R is equal to, I have taken this constant K. The rho by A is constant for this wire. So this K is constant. So R is equal to KL. Now K is constant. So R proportional to L. So this is the principle. Means greater the length of the wire, greater will be the resistance of wire. Now suppose this length is P, this length, balancing length is P. Balancing means here we give the no deflection galvanometer, so this will be P. So P will be K into L. And this wire of the meter bridge of the 100 centimeter, generally it is a 100 centimeter. Its length could be 100 to 100, but mostly standard meter bridge are of the, because of which it is also known as meter bridge. It is of 1 meter. So here suppose its length is L centimeter, so remaining length will be 100 minus L. So what will be the resistance of this part? K, R equal to K into L. So P is equal to K into L. Or remaining part will be the P here. The resistance of P will be K into L, or remaining part Q is equal to K into 100 minus L. Now we can to find the known resistance, I have explained. What you do, you put a resistance from resistance box here. From the resistance box, its value could be any. And S is unknown resistance. Now you slide over it. आप इसके ऊपर स्लाइड कराओ. Now there will be a point when no current pass through the galvanometer. You note down that length. that is L, remaining length is 100 minus L, that is for Q, or L for P. So what will be P? K into L. What will be Q? K into 100 minus L. So P OJ, resistance of this person, resistance of this section OJ is equal to K into L, or remaining JA, it is K into 100 minus L. Now it is a balancing condition because no current is passing through galvanometer. So P upon Q is equal to R upon S. So K into L or K into 100 minus L. So K cancel, and S equal to 100 minus L upon L into R. So R is known, or L is also we can see. So we can find the unknown resistance. Here we have to think one thing. We should keep one thing in mind. R should be chosen such that balancing point should be between the wire. लगभग बीच में आना चाहिए, जिससे कि ये जो है ये हाईली सेंसिटिव होता है. यदि लगभग बीच में बैलेंसिंग पॉइंट आता है तो it gives a correct reading. Okay, so this is all about the meter waves. Now we will do some numericals in the next portion of this meter waves. Thank you, student.